Hello everyone, my name is Gilgal Umia. I'm a writer and a coach. So I help writers and business owners to boost their writing skills for visibility and profitability. And in this segment, I want to show you simple strategies you can leverage to boost the visibility of your content. In our last episode, I talked about some headline tips that you can use to increase your open rate. So in boosting your content visibility, headline is one of the powerful strategies that you can leverage for a good result. So if you know you missed that episode, quickly check the previous videos for you to see it and for you to learn and practice. So in this session, I want to talk about other strategies aside from having a powerful headlines that can boost your content visibility. So number one type of content you can use is to use trendy content. So when you use trendy things to create content, it tends to increase your chances of visibility. So think about what is trendy. So when you think about what is trendy and pick it, tweak it and see how you can narrow it down to whatever you are doing, because you just don't want to create random trendy content. You want to ensure that this trendy content can relate to your business or your service that you are providing, and then to be able to affect the audience you are writing to. So leverage trendy content. If there are words, topic, or things that are currently trendy, add them to your content. The next thing you want to look at in creating a powerful content is to add storytelling to your content. So when you insert storytelling during headline strategy, I talked about how to add storytelling to your headlines. Now, aside from adding storytelling to your headlines, you could actually use storytelling to create amazing content. So when you want to share a content and you start off with a story, you are able to pull the hearts of many persons to drive the points that you want to achieve. So for example, I wrote an ad recently for a wristwatch brand, and I started with a story. So I wrote about a girl who was somewhere and she was looking very fine, and a guy was admiring her. She was so happy and like, wow, this girl is admiring me. And then the guy makes the move to approach her. She was really impressed and thinking so highly of herself until the guy says, where did you get your wristwatch? So that was a shocker. Now many persons were already like, wow, this is a beautiful love story, but they did not see that twist coming in. At the end of the day, it was about the wristwatch. That was the strategy that was just sell that brand. So if you're thinking, what do I have a business? Do I have a service I'm providing? What story can I craft that will help me to achieve the goal? So I think I've done a series of storytelling for business owners. You can check the channel. Another thing that you want to add to your content is call to action. Call to action is very, very important because it is the last thing you get to do, or it is the last thing that people get to see in your content. So no matter how beautiful your content is, except your content is powerful enough to trigger people to want to ask you what is the call to action. If you want to increase your chances, it's better you just have a call to action. So for example, you post content about a beautiful dress. Now many persons will be like, wow, this dress is fine, how can I get it? That means the content or the dress was really magnificent enough or was really enticing enough to attract that call to action. But imagine how many persons saw it and how many persons asked. So for one person to ask, how can I get it? It means 10 persons have asked it in their mind, but they just didn't bother to write it because there was no call to action. So imagine how many leads you are letting go. What if you intentionally add the call to action to your content? So when you create content, whether for fashion, for air, whatever, put a call to action. That call to action, I mean, what do you want people to do? Like right now, I want you to like this video and share this video to as many business owners and creatives that you know of, so that they can learn how to increase their content visibility. So this is an example of a call to action, and I hope that you've actually liked this video and shared with your loved ones. So in your content, ask yourself, what call to action can I add to this content? So do I want people to call a certain number? Do I want people to send a certain code to a number or to my DM? Do I want people to click on a link or a website? What do I want them to do? That is a very important thing to know. So anytime you are writing the content, whether it's a personal content, educative content, or a sales, a promotional content, make sure there is a call to action. For educative content, some call to action you can use, for example, what did you gain from this video or from this content? Would you have any question, or have you had this kind of experience before? What do you think about this or that, or what would you want to add? So those kind of things, they would increase the engagement coming in from the content. The last thing I want to talk about when you're creating content is to add things that are interesting in the content. So when you add things that are very interesting in your content, it makes it very easy for people to go through. So for example, you are creating content, you add words and sentences that are very conversational. So they are reading your content or they are watching the video or whatever. They are not feeling like, oh, this is just educative, boring. No, you add things. Maybe you could add humor, you could add words, you could add what again? Now you could make it interactive. You could try to think of things that you can. Another thing you can actually do is to use power words. So power words, when you're writing this kind of content, you are using certain words that tend to add energy to the content. For example, you can decide to say maybe like 5 effective. So that effective is a power word, okay? 5 ways to triple. That triple is a power word. Simple strategy to boost. That boost is a power word. So when you're writing and you're adding this power word to your content, it tends to increase the word. It tends to increase the energy of your content. And when people are reading the content, they are feeling that energy and they want to read more. Because if that energy is lacking in your content, they get tired and they'll be like, I'm not doing this again. But when there are these power words in your content, as the more they are reading, the more energetic they feel and the more they are going through your content. If you would like to learn more on how to create powerful content or boost your skills for profitability, you could reach out to me, Gilgal Umia, across social media platform. You could send me a GM or you could check the description button to see how you can get access to me. Till we meet again.